The Q Radio Pets Corner.
With Brandy Dog Food, because they're 100% family. You know you're giving them the best.
Q Radio.
Q Radio.
Welcome with me, Sharon Jennings. Coming up, we get practical tips on how to help animals who are nervous around other animals.
Pets Corner.
Is your pet nervous around other animals? Well, joining me to explain why this may be and what you can do about it is Dr. Sarah Millsop, Animal Behaviourist. You're very welcome, Sarah, as always. So, Sarah, a lot of people experience this with their dogs or cats, where they are very, very timid and nervous and actually frightened around other animals.
Yeah, definitely. I think that sometimes it can be difficult to spot subtle signs of fear in our pets. But I think we've all had situations where our animals have been really anxious in particular circumstances. And we definitely are seeing more of a trend now for dogs being fearful in the company of other dogs, for people owning multiple cats rather than just one. So it's definitely something that we're seeing a lot of in the pet behaviour industry.
I mean, it's very difficult, Sarah, if you sort of want to take your dog to the park and if another dog approaches it, it becomes very frightening and sometimes maybe give the wrong signals to that dog of aggression.
Definitely. I think it's a really good opportunity to make the point that the vast majority of aggression seen in animals is as a result of fear. Fear of a situation, fear of another individual, fear of losing something. Particularly when dogs are on the lead and they run into other dogs. Because they're on the lead, they can't move away from the situation. So we're much more likely to see aggression as a result of fear. But it's so difficult for owners. They're embarrassed by their dog's behaviour, but they're worried for their dog as well. And they end up avoiding these situations and taking their dogs for walks at 2 o'clock in the morning, just so they don't run into another dog. So it can have a massive impact on the welfare of the dog, but also the welfare of the person involved.
So, Sarah, what practical steps can you take?
Obviously, prevention is better than cure. So whenever you are sourcing a new cat or dog, make sure that that little individual has been well socialised. So they have learned to enjoy the company of other animals, of people. They have been put in lots of different situations and they understand that it's okay and it's safe. If you already own an individual that has real fear issues, then you want to start trying to address those by desensitisation. So helping them to understand that what they're afraid of, they don't need to be afraid of. And then even counter-conditioning, so making them feel positive about the thing that they used to be worried about. And to give a really brief example of that, it is essentially showing your animal what they're afraid of at a distance they can cope with, and then gradually moving them closer and closer and rewarding for very good behaviour. This process is not simple, so I would recommend that you would get a qualified pet behaviour counsellor to help you help your fearful pet cope with life.
Sarah, can you make your pet fearful because you're fearful?
Dogs particularly are very tuned into our body language. So certainly if they see that you're anxious, they're much more likely to think, oh, is there something in the environment for me to be worried about? So sometimes it has been advised that if your dog is fearful, say of fireworks or storms or whatever, that you ignore your dog. I would not recommend that you do that. But I would recommend that you stay upbeat, you stay positive, you use jolly language, make the world a much more fun place. So I don't think that you can make your animal fearful by being fearful yourself, but you certainly do not help the situation. So stay upbeat, stay positive, and get in the professionals.
Dr. Sarah Millsop, as always, thank you very much.
Thanks, Sharon.
The Q Radio Pets Corner.
With Brandy Dog Food, because they're 100% family.
Thursday trivia. The average dog will sleep 4,137 hours and 28 minutes a year, or 52,958 hours over its lifetime. For more facts, features and competitions, why not like Brandy Dog Food on Facebook at facebook.com/brandydogfood.
Next time I talk to an organisation that's recently been set up called Northern Ireland Says No to Animal Cruelty.
The Q Radio Pets Corner.
With Brandy Dog Food, because they're 100% family. You know you're giving them the best.
Q Radio.
Q Radio.